let's talk about summer. I know summer's almost over, but that's the perfect time to talk about it. I didn't have much of a summer this year because of COVID. Doesn't mean I still don't want to talk about it. So, what do we talk about with summer? I don't know. I think I might start with what'd you do this summer? Why don't you answer that one? What did you do this summer? Wow, I kind of hope the response was stayed inside and stayed healthy. But I mean, we can also go outside wearing a mask, right? Ugh, I keep trying to stop saying right. We can go outside wearing masks. We can go to the lake, and we don't even necessarily, maybe we won't have a mask on depending on who's there. All right, now I want you to ask me that same question. What did I do this summer? Well, I stayed inside. Not really. I went to the lake. I bought these floaty things that we could float on in the lake, and I live about a mile and a half from water. I floated with my sister and her family. I floated with one of my friends, from 6 feet away. And what else did I do this summer? Well, pretty much not much else. I guess you could. I know I didn't even hike because I'm really just trying to stay inside as much as possible because I work with a vulnerable population. All right, now I want us to do a generative naming task, which means we're just going to come up with words out of nowhere. I want you to name all the things that remind you of summer. Well, all the things is a little much. That's asking a little much. So let's just name as many things as you can think of, and I'll give you a little bit of time. You can always pause these videos because I probably don't give you enough time. And you can always pause and then just do it for as long as you want. So, name some things that remind you of summer. Good. How many did you get? You can even count. Oops, excuse me. Oops, excuse me. I've been drinking out of my summer vibes. What is it? Water bottle. What would you call this? A water bottle? A water container? What would you call it? I would call it a water bottle, but not really. I don't know. Okay. mm. Normally in the summer, I go visit my friends. I fly a lot of places. I might even go overseas. Actually, I don't go overseas a lot in the summer because there are too many tourists and I don't want to be there. Or it's too hot and I don't want to be there. And yeah, usually I visit my parents. No, I don't because it's too hot there. I don't know what I do in summer. Well, I spend time with friends. I cook. Well, actually, I don't cook a lot because it's too hot. In Seattle, we don't have air conditioning. Now, I want you to ask me a question based on what I was just talking about. Good question. Why don't we have air conditioning in Seattle? Well, we don't usually need it. We only need it for a couple days a year. And in fact, my home that I'm currently in, it was built with hot water going through the walls at all times, and I can't even turn it off in the summer when it's hot. Does that tell you a little bit about summer? Does that tell you a little bit about Seattle? Even 10 years ago, no, 12 years ago when my house was built, we didn't really need air conditioning, and now I do have a little window unit that goes in my guest bedroom. All right, I want to talk about, let's do a couple more questions. We'll go back and forth. I like to swim. I don't know if that's true. We'll say it's true. I like to swim in a couple different places. Where do you like to go swimming? I don't really like swimming in a lake. I don't like when you can't see the bottom of the water. It kind of freaks me out. In the summer, I like to go hiking. Where do you like to go hiking? Awesome. That sounds great. Maybe if you don't live near mountains like I do, you might just go for walks around your town or around the area, around, I don't know, farms. I walk around my neighborhood actually kind of a lot. Go ahead and ask me a question about that. Oh, yeah, my neighborhood is super cool. We have every single kind of food you could want to think about or you could think of. And it's a historical landmark district in Seattle, one of the seven. And it's pretty cool. It's called, well, I don't know if I want to say it here. I'm not going to say it. I love my neighborhood though. I chose to live here. All right. What else do we do in summer? Tell me one of the activities you enjoy doing in the summer. Barbecuing? Oh, that's such a great option. I just bought a barbecue this year. Well, I had one like 10 years ago and I never used it because it's hard for me to want to barbecue just for one. It really is. But I think I might do it in the next couple days. We'll see. Because I'm not hanging out with friends right now, it seems just weird to barbecue for one. Mm. What's something else you like to do in the summer? Oh, go on road trips? That sounds awesome. I love driving, but I don't love road trips. I think because now that I have a job, I like to get to a place as soon as possible so that I can spend the majority of my time there and not driving because I drive a lot. I work in home health. Well, what else? Well, you'll see that I'm wearing a summery outfit. What do we call this? What do you call this? Yeah, I might call it a spaghetti strap or a tank top. Just depends. I'm also wearing those things that aren't pants. What are they? I'm wearing a pair of shorts. Yeah, you're right. Good job. And I'd say, oh gosh, what do I wear a lot in the summer? Those shoes that they're not really shoes, but you put your feet on them. They have little crosses on top that go between your toes and they flop. Do you call them flip flops too? Some people call them slippers, some people call them thongs. What I think is so interesting about the English language, well, other languages too, but we just have so many different dialects and so many different countries because, colonialism. I shouldn't laugh. But I enjoyed our little chat about summer, and I hope next year, fingers crossed, we can do a lot more normal things that we do in the summer. I know I miss my friends. I miss like being close to people. I miss leaving my house. I miss just doing anything that's not sitting inside when it's warm. And my face probably popped up a little bit ago. Click on it and subscribe and let me know what you enjoy about summer in the comments. See ya.